Hey everybody, Tracy Brown here. I hope you're doing really well. And it's the start of another week, so I know if you're not watching this on Monday, not a big deal. It doesn't really matter. But it's a new day, it's a new week, right? And even if it's the middle of the night when you're watching this, the next minute and the next hour is another chance to help yourself be more connected with your body if you're not right now. So anyway, I want to talk about a topic that I've done a video about, but it's been a long time, probably a couple years since I did this last video around eating with or without distraction. So if you're looking for another video around that, you can definitely head over to my YouTube channel because it might take you a while to find it here on Facebook. So anyway, just want to put this out there too, that I know that a lot of books talk about eating without distraction to be more connected with your body and your body signals. And I think in theory, that's really amazing and all in good, well and good. Good morning and afternoon and evening to anybody who's watching live here. I think it's all well and good if you can eat without distraction, because you'll probably notice different nuances with your hunger and fullness. You'll probably notice like how the food is shifting and how it tastes. So there's a lot of things you can notice when you're less distracted. That's just how it is. Our brains can only focus fully on one thing or activity at any one time. So there's that. But I do know that our process is just that, it's a process. And sometimes it is just way too uncomfortable to be fully in our bodies and noticing things without a distraction with our food. So I want to make sure y'all know, just if you only listen to this one little statement, is that you definitely can, yes, make progress with becoming more of an intuitive eater if you have some distraction. But I want to talk to you a little bit more about what that process looks like so you can have the nuance of it. So I'm changing my hands because my arm's getting tired. Sorry. So here we go. Is that, we use distraction for all kinds of reasons. So let me talk to you about a scenario where I see that you just want to be aware of. And I call it with my clients who struggle with this, the double numb out, which is sometimes we're eating and we're not quite sure how much we're eating, if it's enough, if we even like it, and we also happen to be eating, let's say, in front of the TV. And those are situations my clients come to me, they're like, oh gosh, I'm eating emotionally, or I feel out of control, or I'm eating mindlessly, they'll say. And this is not just one client, this is many years of people. And we just first want to look at it for what it is. What is the function of that? If we are eating and we're not for sure if we even like it, if we even want it, if the foods taste good to us or not, and we're distracted with something else, usually either our phones or our TVs. Your first step is just to recognize that, yes, I do that, and I wonder what that's about. And so the first step with that is really to not try to take away all the distraction, because that might be too painful or overwhelming. And I'm a huge proponent and fan of dipping our toes into the pool and not jumping headfirst in if the idea of that is just way too scary. So dip your toe in. The first step could be really walking into your ankles and noticing, am I picking out food to go sit and eat and watch TV? Is this something that I know I like, or is this a habitual food? What is even happening? Just start with that, and then you can work your way to, okay, I'm going to sit in front of the TV or have my phone in front of me. And I do recognize that if I weren't to do this, that I would be feeling more. And maybe just even the idea kind of brings up I'm pretty sure I'd be lonely. Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure that I would feel bored. Oh, I'm pretty sure that I would recognize how much I don't want to be doing or living how I am right now. But you still may need to do it because we don't have enough capacity yet. And that's where we have to work from, is building our capacity, and then keep experimenting with food and keep building up where it needs to be up in your life, to where you don't have to white knuckle so much with not being distracted. So that's one way to work at this. Now the other thing is that sometimes we do need to Sometimes we need a distraction to actually eat the food. That's not a problem. I trust that that's just one step in your journey, and you're going to continue to progress. And especially if you can get support to eat those meals with, that would be really amazing, because it helps have a positive orientation combined up with eating. That would be wonderful. So if you can get that done, if you need help with that, let me know. That would definitely quicken your process to feeling less overwhelmed with eating. And then lastly, it's like some of us do need to kind of take those risks. And what I would suggest with that is doing it in time increments, and then always having the option to go back to some distraction. So at the end of the day, though, is being distracted with your eating the whole worst thing in the world? Of course not. It's just that, again, my orientation to all things 9 diet and eating disorder recovery is the function and understanding it so you feel empowered and you feel like you have a choice, and you deciding what feels the most free in your life. So for me, again, I always go back to what I wanted. And that's not maybe what you want, but I had a goal in mind, was I want to be able to eat and watch TV and manage my food just fine. I wanted to not whoopsie daisy, I'm always getting to a 9 or a 10 on the hunger scale every time I watch TV with food. I didn't want to do that. I wanted to be able to shift back and forth and feel good about that. So I didn't want it to be I never eat with distraction or something else going on. Or always being hyper concerned or vigilant about it either. So I had to practice that. And that's what I want to share with you all, is what's your goal? I also want to be able to eat without distraction, without a lot of unease, or really any unease if possible. And so, but if I do have it, I know what resources I can go to get my needs met, and then come back to the food, or just say, this meal is what it is. It's going to be a little uncomfortable without distraction. I'll do it, but I'm going to work on what it is that I actually need. So I hope this video was helpful to look at all the angles of this to make that decision. But just remember, we can drop the shame about it. Drop the shame about eating with distractions, and see everything as a process and different stages you're going through versus, I read the book. No matter what the book it was, and they say, don't eat with distraction. Eat with distraction, who cares? I mean, again, I'm not into all the absolutes. I'm more about okay, can I assess where I'm at, what my intent is, and what capacity I have on board to do any of that without feeling too overwhelmed and shut myself down. And then work from where we're at and plug in get the resources you need to help yourself. Don't I'm still grinding on this same issue for a year. Don't do that. Please don't do that. Reach out, get help. There's no reason to draw this process out longer than you have to. So thank you all so much for watching. I do have a working with your fullness worksheet set. It's free. It's on my website. I don't think many people get it for some reason. I'm not sure why, but it's really, really helpful for this issue around having the intent to find this level of fullness with different things going on. So if that would be helpful to you, I'll link it below so you can get it. If you have any comments on it, let me know, please. If you used it and you found it helpful, I would love to hear that, because it will either help me spruce it up a bit for more people to get use out of it, or maybe it's just I need to talk about it more. Anyway, it's a free gift. I don't know there's even an opt-in for it. I'm not for sure, but it doesn't it's just something I made that I think, why is this sitting in my emails or my Dropbox files? I need to let people use this and get some benefit from it. So anyway, thank you all so much for watching. If you have any comments, please let me know. Any topics you want me to cover more in depth from anything, the resources you see out there online. That's kind of what I like to do, is oh, okay, I hear people talking about this, or so-and-so is promoting this, and it's and then I see people are struggling with it. It's okay, then we need more nuance. If it's not helpful standing alone, that means we need to go deeper. So that's what I aim to do. So thank you all so much, and have a great day. Take care.